we have been looking at combining like terms, right? We did the first part and then we spent a couple days practicing that first part with those boom decks, right? Remember, like terms have the same variable in them raised to the same exponent. So if they both have an x in it, that would be right. But if they have an x and an x to the second power or an x squared in it, we couldn't combine those terms. So we're always combining, guys, the coefficients. So if we're looking here, they're just rearranging. Guys, please be quiet. See how they are including the sign with what they have to combine it with? So here, they're rewriting it so that our A terms are together. I'm getting over your talking, so please stop talking. They put the A terms together, so we have 3/4 A minus 1/2 A here. And then here we have our constants together. So our constants are this negative 2/3 and this positive 5/6. Allison, do you have this book yet or no?
No, I got the wrong one.
Okay, so you don't have it yet? You had one? Then find it. All right. So, maybe you didn't have one. I'm not sure that you were. Once we do that, we're combining the coefficients. So 3/4 minus 1/2. Remember, with fractions, we need common denominators. So they changed and multiplied both by 2. So we would end up with negative 2/4. So 3 minus 2 gives us that 1, and our denominator stays the same. They did the same thing here. They changed them to be out of 6. So they multiplied these by 2. So they said 5 minus 4 is also 1/6. So this is equal to 1/4 A plus 1/6. So these are many more steps than we're used to. But first, let's just think about what we're combining, right? We're combining this negative 1/4 M plus 3/8 M. And then we have our constants. We have our 5/6 and our negative 2/3. So we have to. So we have to, guys, please be quiet. We've got to combine these, but before we can do that, we need common denominators. What do I multiply the 4 by to make it 8? 2. So I say 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and it's still negative, right? So now I have this, and I can combine them. So negative 2 plus 3 is what? 1. So I have 1/8. And there's an M. Now I've got to make these have the same. So what do I multiply the 3 by to make it 6? Ladies, enough, or I'm going to take them. 2. So 2, I have plus 5/6. And then I have a negative. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So what is 5/6 minus 4/6? 1/6. Is it positive or negative? Positive. So I'm going to write plus 1/6. All right. So you need to know how to add and subtract fractions. fractions, right? We have to find common denominators. So another way that you're going to see some of these things is through distributing. So whatever is touching your parentheses, that's what we're multiplying by. So this is AB, right? A times B. And then this is AC. A times C. Same thing here. A times B is AB, but A times negative C is negative AC. Okay? So then they gave us some examples with numbers, right? 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. So we would be adding those things. And then here, 3 times x was 3x. 3 times negative 15 is negative 15. So that's what we're going to do. 2 times x is x. 2 times 2 is going to be this 4. Remember, when we have a number times a letter, we're going to write the number next to the letter. All right, so we're going to practice this distributive property. Here is your first example. Since the 4 is touching our parentheses, we have to multiply it by both the negative 3x and the 6. So 4 times negative 3x is negative 12x. Guys, please stop talking. And 4 times 6 is 24. All right, so try this check on page 237. Multiply these things through.
Can I use the bathroom, please?
Try that. Do that. All right, guys. What's 9 times negative 5? So we have negative 45A. And then what's 9 times 3? 27B. Are these like terms? Can we combine an A term with a B term? No. So that's as simplified as it gets. All right. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter where that is touching. If it's touching the back, we're still multiplying by both of these things. Please be quiet. There's no reason I should be yelling over you every 2 seconds. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's really just obnoxious. So 3 times both of these things. We have the 3 times the 2x and the 3 times the negative 5y. Remember, whatever's in front of it, we include with it. So 3 times 2 gives us that 6, and we still have an x. McKenna, why don't you just leave? You've got 3 times negative 5 is that negative 15. So that's all we're putting, that negative 15y and that 6x. So distribute this through here. 5 times negative 4w. 5 times negative 7. All right. So 5 times -4. -20, and then we write the W. And then 5 times -7 is simply -35. That's all we have to do. So we're still going to multiply these through, but we have to pay attention to our signs. -5 times 2x is -10x. -5 times -9 is +45. So you're just being a little bit more careful with these. So you're going to multiply what's touching the parentheses through here. Through here. -6 times -8y. -6 times 10. And you're writing it down. Yeah, when do you like it's back? Good to know.
Yeah, they actually medical.
All right, guys, what's -6 times -8? Not negative. So I'm just gonna write 48y. Please be quiet, Zane. Do you need to move? -6 times 10 is what? -60. That's all we're doing with these distributing. So you were supposed to start this page before. If you haven't, now is a good time. This is 241.
You're right.
You have numbers 1 through 15. Try these. Sorry.